Hey guys, so welcome once again to the shed. So while I'm waiting for my pick guard to come in on that hybrid Strat, I thought I would do some work to this neck. So this neck, and I know a lot of fenders are that way, but it's covered in, it looks like a glass finish of, polyurethane. It's just, I hate this stuff. It just doesn't look natural, super high gloss. And it's super sticky. So, I watched a few videos, and on the last video that I put on the hybrid Strat, or I guess on the first one, I mentioned that I was going to try and remove it. And I had some people comment, and I appreciate the comments. That's how I learn stuff and know where to start looking for information. But I had some people say, you just got to sand the back and it takes the glossiness off. And I know what they're saying, but it doesn't take the gloss off. It just makes it less tacky. But I want the gloss off. Like, I want to bring the neck back to the wood, like where inside the nut used to be, like right in there. I want the actual wood, and then I want to refinish the neck in tung oil. And since this is going to be a hybrid Strat, and it's going to look like, it's going to have a tele configuration for pickups and electronics, I'm thinking I might reshape the headstock into a Telecaster style headstock as well. So anyway, I looked at a bunch of different ways to strip the poly off a guitar, and a lot of guys are using, a heat gun and a scraper, and you're kind of heating it up until the poly kind of, loosens up off the surface of the wood, and then you can kind of scrape away, being very careful not to scratch the wood. But you know what? It's probably effective. It seems like it works, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use this. So this is circa 1850 Decapant. Decapant Ahmed. Oh, there we go. There's the English version. So furniture stripper. So basically this stuff will remove urethane. It says right there, polyurethane. So you just gotta, put it on, let it soak for like 5 minutes until that stuff kind of comes off, and then you just rub it off. So that's what I'm gonna do. If I ruin the neck, I ruin the neck. Like, the guitar was a Fiona Rescue, and whatever. I don't really care. I got nothing invested other than the small parts that I bought. So yeah. So stay tuned. We'll see how this goes. All right. Well, it said to put the stuff in the can and put a lot of it on. And as you can see there, it's like I just slathered it. And it's already starting to bubble. So hopefully that'll just, peel off that yucky coating. And I hate that gloss finish on necks. So yeah, so once it's all done, I'm going to sand it down, maybe reshape the headstock like I mentioned, and then I think I'm going to buy some modified tung oil, and I'm just going to coat the neck with tung oil and have it finished kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever played like an EVH guitar, like the Wolfcaster or the PV Wolfgangs back in the day. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. And those things, the necks were like almost uncoated. They were just a natural oil finish. Was amazing, really. And they felt great. And apparently Eddie Van Halen didn't want anything on his necks. His personal guitars were just the raw wood and just the crap and sweat off of his hands coating the neck. So I don't know, but the couple of EVH guitars that I've had over the years, the necks were fantastic. So I'm hoping to get this neck to feel kind of that way, because I really don't like these high gloss finishes that come on the classic Vibes and the Mexican Strats or Teles and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, cross our fingers. I'll be back. So either this circus stuff isn't doing a good job, or the crap that they spray these necks with is, man, it's unreal. It's like glass. Anyway, so this is like the 4th coat that I'm putting on, trying to lift this stuff, and you still got to scrape it off. Look at this. It's like plastic. It's literally a layer of plastic. covering this guitar neck. So that's what I've gotten off so far. So you can see it's starting to bubble again. Anyway, like I said, this is like the 4th time. And man, it's a hard job to get this stuff off. So now I understand why I couldn't find many videos, or any videos for that matter, where someone is stripping a neck, like with a chemical stripper. I guess everybody just sands off the stuff, but this poly stuff is highly toxic, and when you're sanding it, it makes a very fine dust. And although I do have a mask, you know, I have one of these masks. I don't want to breathe that stuff in, so I just want it off my neck. So anyway, I'm just going to keep plugging away and hope that this will be the last coat, and I'll be able to take everything off and then give the neck a good sanding and see where we're at. Pain in the butt, boys and girls, but it's coming. So that's what the neck should look like. And this is all that lacquer crap that they put on it. Anyway, I got most of it off, but a lot of it, man, this stuff is on there like crazy glue or something. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the sanding will get the rest off. So I'm just going to keep plugging away. But if you're going to do this, find a better way. So all of this plastic coating was on this neck. It's all down to the bare wood now. A lot of chips. A lot of little residue plastic that I have to sand off. But anyway, it's done. You see, some of it just doesn't come off. So I'm going to give that a good sanding, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so just so you know, guys and girls, this is hours of work, okay? Like, it's going quick on the video because I'm stopping a lot. But so now that I've sanded the neck down, you know, the headstock still needs to be sanded. There's some scratches here from the blade to peel off that plastic stuff that's over there. And the back of the neck looks pretty good, actually. It's nice and smooth. I don't want to sand away too much material down here because, you know, that was in the pocket. So I don't want to affect how this fits in the pocket. So I don't care about these rough patches or whatever. I'll just smooth it out a bit. But I don't want to go too low. As for the sides as well. So yeah, so this is really nice. And that's just with, like, you know, like 100 grit sandpaper. Like, it's pretty rough. I wanted to take off as much material as I could of that, the remnants of the poly there. So anyway, yeah, so I think now, since the neck is a little scratched up, I think I'm going to download a Tele template, and I'm going to cut this like a Tele, since I'm making a hybrid Strat that's going to have kind of a Tele pickup and a Tele three-way switch. So it'll just look a little different, and it'll take a little weight off the head. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'll tell you right now, it's not fun. I'm not doing that again. I would sell the neck and just order another one if I ever am in this situation. So just so you know. All right, I'll be back. So I'm into the sanding phase. I'm going to sand this neck down now that all that crap is off of it. And yes sir, look at that. I cut it. I went to a friend of mine's house. He's got a bandsaw. So this is just a rough, I just finished cutting it. I just rough sanded the edge there. I'm going to try and smooth that out, give some nice curves. So it'll look like a Tele head. And the only issue I have with sanding is I can't sand this way on the fretboard. So I'm going to have to sand across the grain. But I have sandpaper up to 12,000 grit. So I hope it'll be smooth enough that you won't see the sand lines. But that's the only thing. This is working out nice. That's turning out super nice. So anyway, I'm starting with some 60. Then I'm going to go to 100, and then 120, and then I'll jump into the thousands and try to get it really like smooth finish for the tongue oil or gun stock oil. I'm not decided yet. Okay, so this is after using 100 grit. I didn't touch the neck, like the fretboard yet. Still not sure how to do that. But, you know, that came out nice. And, you know, the back of the neck and the back of the headstock and the neck turned out great. I mean, it's still not perfectly smooth because it's only 100 grit, but yeah, it really got all that crap off, and feels great. Feels like wood, but it's a lot of work, guys. I don't know. Might not want to try this at home, kids. Unless you have a lot of time. Japers. Anyway, just got to keep plugging away and see what gives. Finished doing the fretboard going crossways like this with 100 grit sandpaper, and you know what? It's not bad. You can see the lines, but it has to be in the light. It really took the crap off, and it's nice and smooth. So I think it'll be fine. Once I get to the really fine sandpaper, like the 1000 grit and up, I think it'll be really smooth and you won't see the lines at all. But the rest of the neck really turned out nice. Look at that. No more of that yucky stuff. There's still a little bit of it down here. I don't want to sand too much off because the pocket fit just right, so I want to leave that kind of there. I took the biggest, you know, the biggest thickness of this clear coat off, but I don't want to push my luck and then have pocket, you know, fitting problems or have it too loose in the pocket, because that stuff was thick, man. Unreal. Anyway, glad it's off. I'm going to finish sanding this neck, and that'll be the end of part 2, I guess. And then, or part 3, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. And then next time I will show you what I'm going to use to oil the neck. It'll probably be either tongue oil or gunstock oil, I hear is really good too. So you guys take care, God bless, and have a good one.